Hey, Ted here. Welcome to a new segment of the channel, which I hope to call Music Monday. Sorry, it seems to be a little bit of separate from boating, obviously, and the bus, but something like I've been interested in doing something like this, and I didn't know if it was enough to dedicate an entire channel by itself. And it's winter, so there's not a lot of boating or bus building going on. And I know a lot of you guys out there are both musicians and, if not musicians, certainly fans of music. So what I'm hoping to do the next 15 weeks, every Monday, is do a video where I break down the lyrics of some songs I find really interesting. So again, this is just my interpretation of them. In fact, I'd love to hear what other people think. Some of them I'm not really I'm not really sure what that phrase means. And so I'd love to hear what you guys think as we progress through the week. So today, we're going to start with an old Police song, actually from the 80s. Oops, bang around here. Which actually sounds, I think, really cool, this particular song, Wrapped Around Your Finger on an acoustic guitar. So, so here we go. Let's break it down. You consider me a young apprentice, caught between the Scylla and Charybdis. Now, that's a great opening line. One, you're already setting up a rhyme scheme with apprentice and Charybdis, which nobody ever does, so that's pretty brilliant in itself. And it sets up the whole theme of the song. So we get into this you consider me. So we have a direct address, so clearly the narrator is speaking to somebody. You consider me the young apprentice, so I, the speaker, am younger and inexperienced in trying to learn from someone older and more experienced. So we immediately set that up, and then caught between the Scylla and Charybdis. Now, if you remember your ninth grade English class, or if you ever did that, so the Scylla and Charybdis, an allusion to the Odyssey. And Odysseus has to sail through the streets of Messina, the Strait of Messina. And you have the Scylla on one side, which is this multi-headed monster that's, going to eat people. And the Charybdis on the other side, which is this big whirlpool and could sail a ship. So on one level, you're dealing with just, between a rock and a hard place. But, one, you get the rhyme scheme with Charybdis. But also, both those, you have the illusion there. And both monsters are female and threaten to destroy him. So, kind of does that tie into this, this male-female relationship in the song. Odysseus actually does make it through. He sails really close to the wall. And the Scylla eats 6 of his sailors. But he managed to get through. So we have the speaker who is young and caught between two different things. So caught between the Scylla and Charybdis, right? Hypnotized by you if I should linger, staring at the ring around your finger. All right, so we have the speaker who's hypnotized. So again, we have that sort of power relationship. He's under the spell of this, assume it's a woman, doesn't necessarily have to be, staring at the ring around her finger. So clearly this is an older married woman. Staring at the ring around your finger. I have only come here seeking knowledge, things they would not teach me of in college. So we have that apprentice line coming back, and so this younger person, seems to be learning something from this older woman. Sounds like something from The Graduate, possibly, or isn't there a Thunder Road? Isn't there a country song I think about that as well? So that seems to be the case here. Would not teach me of in college. I can see the destiny you sold, turned into a shining band of gold. So it seems like the woman who's married for money, I guess, because the line, the destiny that she sold. So is it the destiny that she would have had with the speaker or whatever? But not so much. But also implies, I think, that the destiny she sold is she married for money, not necessarily passion or love, and maybe that's why she's involved with the speaker anyway. See the destiny to a shining band of gold. And I'll be wrapped around your finger, and I'll be wrapped around your finger. Oh. So we have that the chorus, which I think is amazing on a couple different levels, because obviously you have the expression of wrapped around your finger, going back to The Apprentice, and the idea that the speaker's in a subservient relationship to this woman, wrapped around your finger, but also sort of that double echo of the ring as well. So that symbol is kind of working on multiple levels, which make it super, super rich. And again, just great songwriting. So let me get into the second verse here. Mephistopheles is not your name, but I know what you're up to just the same. So Mephistopheles is the devil. Comes from German folklore, I guess, but really I think the most famous one is from Faust. The scholar becomes disillusioned with life, so he turns to Mephistopheles, this demon, and makes a deal, committing his soul, make a deal with the devil in exchange for being more learned and understanding and experiencing some of the more carnal pleasures in life. He ends up having a relationship with Gretchen, I think, who ends up getting pregnant. Anyways, but it's making a deal with the devil. So he says here, Mephistopheles is not your name, so you may not actually be the devil, but I know what you're up to. You're not just innocent either. And so interesting that the woman here knows kind of what she's getting into. But you're up to just the same. And I will listen hard to your tuition. You will see it come to its fruition. So the speaker will learn lots of things from this woman, and the woman she'll reap the rewards from that. So he'll listen hard to teaching, and she will see it come to the fruition of it, the results of it. And I'll be wrapped around your finger, and I'll be wrapped around your finger. Oh. Something else about that Mephistopheles is not your name. I know what you're up to just the same. Actually, not so much that. I think the second part of it, I will listen hard to you will see it come to its fruition. So it seems like the speaker realizes that he's bringing some sort of value, I think, to this relationship, which is good. I think it sets up this the third verse in the turn, which is kind of cool. Also, the chord progression change. This isn't really a musical video. I think it's a lyric analysis, but it's kind of cool that the chord progression changes and it kind of walks up the scale here. The devil and the deep blue sea behind me. I can never get that note right. It's just kind of weird note that's out of the key, out of the chords. But so the devil and the deep blue sea behind me. I'm not sure if that's an actual expression that exists. And I guess the best way for me to read is the devil referring back to Mephistopheles, and the deep blue sea, I guess maybe is the Scylla and Charybdis. It's all behind. Vanish in the air, you'll never. The devil and the deep blue sea behind me. Yeah, vanish in the air, you'll never find me. So he's gone. He takes off. I will turn your face to alabaster when you find your servant is your master. So alabaster is white, and it's a white rock, which again kind of cool because I think the song he could have said white or he could have said pale, but sets up alabaster, which clearly sets up that last rhyme of when you find your servant is your master. So we have that that role reversal here, where clearly the woman thinks she's calling all the shots and probably is calling all the shots at the beginning, but over the course of this relationship, he ends up falling in love with him, and he ends up. Well, thanks for all the knowledge. I'm out of here, maybe to find someone younger and prettier at this point. I don't know, but when you find your servant is your master, and then the last chorus, and you'll be wrapped around my finger, and you'll kind of a haunting end there. Cool. So, yeah, it's my interpretation of Wrapped Around Your Finger by The Police. Obviously written by Gordon Sumner, by Sting. So I hope you enjoyed the breakdown of it. Again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's the only one. It's just kind of the one that I've come up with over the years, and just really just love the song, the lyric writing there. I just think it's incredible. So love to hear what you think. Feel free to join in the dialogue and give us interpretations. And if there's songs that you'd love to see broken down lyrically, throw them in the comments. I got a list going in my head, but if there are more that keep coming up, I'll keep going until I run out of ideas. So hey, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next Monday for the next installment. Again, hope another video is coming up in the boating world and on the school bus. So hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you next time.